Poop again. Can I poop?
Hello, I'm John.
And I'm Nancy.
And
we are J&N Travels.
Right. Thank you. You keep saving me on that.
He never remembers.
Welcome in, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
This is our daily chit chat. We do a little bit of news, and then we have for today's featured thing in the second half, we have unusual and weird places to visit in the world that you can actually visit. It's not just pictures. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
A little bit of chatter to begin with. I think one of the coolest things I've noticed about YouTube happened last night. I went to work. I work a lot of midnight shifts and second shifts, and I'm sitting there kind of alone. I work alone at my job, and I flick on the YouTube to keep me a little bit of company.
Keep them company and keep them awake.
And so I don't know how many of you are familiar with Monarch Moments, but Garrett, who does a lot of the technical work over there, a lot of times will pop up lives just to test out his stuff. And I spent an hour on that talking to people. And the funny thing was, I think we drive a long way, and we go from New Hampshire to Disney World.
Yeah.
It's like a 22-hour straight drive,
right.
But we make it a 30-hour drive because
30
of
hours,
stops.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people, this is a big Disney channel. So a lot of people in there were from Disney. So I ended up talking to one woman in the chat who was from Hawaii, who's been out there several times.
Oh, wow.
Another one who's been out there a few times.
So Disney World, you're saying?
Disney World, yeah.
Okay.
From Indonesia.
I didn't know she went to California, Disneyland.
No, that's what you'd almost think that.
Yeah.
And then Garrett, of course, even he is across on the California on the West Coast. So,
yeah.
It made my complaint about driving down to Florida on the East Coast kind of a moot point.
Love Florida. Well, that's good. It's worth it. Disney World is amazing.
Yeah. And then when that was over, I visited our friends from Down Under,
oh, wow.
Sean and Alana, and spent an hour talking to, not sure why Blaine was up, but he was up in the middle of the night, and a few of the other troops.
You're hooking up with a lot of night owls.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people, no matter what time this is always selling.
Someone's up.
So that was my little bit of chit chat. Anything going on with you? You got your second shot yesterday, right?
Yep. So I'm done with that. Yay.
So why don't we take a quick peek into the chat and then do a couple of announcements here. Let's see. So we had Nautical Nurse Nancy.
Hi, Nautical
First one
Nurse
in.
Nancy.
Thank you for joining us. Bill must be doing it from work. In fact, he was another one. He's another late owl. He always used to pop in, like on the Down Unders. He's getting ready for work at 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's see. Gabby, thank you for joining us, Gabby. And Blaine.
Blaine, nice to see you guys to come in on this actually sunny Wednesday afternoon. It looks nice out there, but it's probably cold.
Yeah, we're finally getting some, well, I shouldn't say good weather. It's cold, but it's cold, but no snow for a while.
Yeah.
Welcome in, TJ. I assume he's poking it from work. Blaine says hello to both Nancys.
Oh, yes, we got
two of them
Nancy.
in the house. Is that Nancy's name again? Oh, Sherry. Welcome in, Sherry. That's our little monetizing watch hour friend partner there.
Yes.
Let's see. Anyone else? Brother Blaine. That's Nancy's pretend brother. Okay, Blaine. Let's see. Oh, Vizzo's in the house. You want to do his YouTube?
Can't do it today. But hello, Vizzo.
Raphael has
I'm not going to ruin the YouTube.
Raphael's been helping me a lot lately, trying to figure out why I'm the only one on the YouTube network who can't get a short to work.
He's working on it.
Lane says that was Elena from Hawaii and Rage from Indonesia. Great folks.
Wow.
You know, I think I love to know some of these people, and I got to learn just to send Blaine an email.
Yeah, Blaine knows.
I think he knows everyone. And if you stick to the RV, travel, and cruise genre, I think he knows everyone. They were interesting people, aren't they, Blaine? Elena, I think she said she'd always been in Hawaii, lived there all her life.
Lived there all her life.
And Ray from Indonesia, I think he had said that he lived in New York and somewhere else in the U.S. before. So I'm not sure if he's from here or he just came here.
Interesting. You're a busy guy at work.
Yeah, I know. This is taxpayers' money, right? Blaine woke up and couldn't get to sleep.
Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, that happened. Well, it's nice that you can chat with other people.
Yeah, do you remember the old days if you woke up and you couldn't get to sleep? Maybe that's a hot cup of tea or you watch a TV show. Now it's flip on the YouTube and you know you're going to find someone in the world that you can talk to.
That's kind of cool. I think it's really cool.
Raph says, do it down under. You have to do a handshake while watching. See that what time is it? I felt bad that I missed down on this live stream, but I was sleeping. Most people are. I kind of lucked out because they do one now on. They used to do Friday night, which they still do, but they do one on what was last night. That meant it'd be Tuesday night, but technically Wednesday morning at 4 a.m., which is it's about 3 hours before I get off of work. So it's great timing for me.
That's good that you can catch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Raphael was saying I fell asleep on my couch after J&N Travels. It's amazing. It's almost like a television lineup now. You could watch one after the other. And then I try and catch up on my, when my bell rings to support people's videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy, I saw she had sunshine. They've been missing it here. They had some. She did a nice video I just watched last night, too, of the, how when our branches, they freeze over with the ice?
Yeah, it's pretty, yeah. She had a video on that. I was working last night, so
very cold out there.
I'll have to check it out.
Nancy wants to know how you're feeling after your second shot.
I feel fine.
She had no side effects whatsoever, which is good.
No.
Okay, couple notes here, and then we'll go on to the news here. Our next two lives, we are part of the, I'm probably not going to get this right, Dean from the Live Place is running a top 10 collabathon. What he's doing is asking any YouTubers that want to during their live between January 18th and 24th, if they want to participate, they do a top 10 list.
Oh, yeah?
So we happen to fall in there twice. We have a chat next week on January 20th, our afternoon one at 2 o'clock, and we have the Sunday one following that on the 24th at 4:30. So we're just going to do two top 10s. The 20th, we're going to be doing our top 10 bucket list vacation excursions. That's the afternoon show. And then on the Sunday show, we're going to do our top 10 bucket list vacations. And we do have a bucket list vacations.
I do.
Probably different than the rest of you do, but be interested to read those and see if any of you come close to what we have. Later on, after we've done the news, Nancy's going to read the most unusual place in the world that you can visit. Some beautiful places. I think they're all outdoors that you can see if you want to do some kind of a different trip. Yeah. And we ask if you can that they hit the thumbs up, and if you're new, to subscribe and ring the bell. Before we go on, let's see who else popped in here. Okay. So we've got The Hitching Bones. Gorgeous background. Yeah, that's actually one of the unusual places we'll be reading about.
I'd like to be there. It is a gorgeous background. Yeah.
But Nancy said she's glad you're doing well with the shots, Nancy. I'm getting my second one in a few weeks. Grateful that I could get it. You didn't have any side effects, did you, Nancy, on the first one? Oh, welcome in Shearborn 87.
Shearborn 87?
I just watched one of their videos last night, too. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I did. Let's see. I'm not doing anything for that lineup. This is Blaine, but anyone needs someone to collab, I might be open up to it. Just thought I would make myself available if anyone needs. He must have said something a little early and I missed it. Okay, I guess I missed it. Nancy likes the background also. Yeah, that's one of our unusual places.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Before we go on, we just received the package in the mail. Our mail has been delayed for 10 days on and off.
I think a couple of weeks at least. Our mail has been delayed because of the virus.
And we had won a contest with Edna. You all know Edna. And we received this in the mail yesterday. Let's see.
Yummy candies, too.
I'm surprised Nancy hasn't eaten my candies yet. Or our candies, I guess.
He hid them on me.
And a Visa card.
Oh, that's so nice.
So, Edna, if you're out there, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Okay, there's my emoji queen right there, Sherry with her. Welcome, travel lovers. Please like, share, smash the red button. Channel and tap the bell. Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you, Sherry.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. The second shot is the
worst.
Is the worst.
That's what rumor has it, but I don't know. So far, so good. I just had it yesterday, so
now I know you're talking about playing. Yeah, I mean that's what the rumor is. They say in the second one, but I haven't heard anyone having real bad reactions.
Well, all of us no, because all of us went to work right after it, and no one had to leave work because of side effects. So, and all the residents had it as well, and they didn't have any side effects.
Right. Okay, so let us move on to our news items. Okay, let's see if I can get this to work. Okay.
Some of them were a little more tired, but other than that, what else is?
Yeah.
We had a few sleepy heads yesterday.
Well, you wonder if that's part of part of the whole deal, right?
Right. So, but other than that, everybody was good.
Good. That's good to hear. Okay. First news item. It seems like there's a lot of news items coming out of California, doesn't it, lately?
California.
Disneyland is opening a super virus vaccine site in California. While the Disneyland parks have remained closed since mid-March, the Southern California attraction has found new purpose as a virus vaccination site. The Anaheim Resort will serve as the Orange County's first large point of dispersing POD site and is being dubbed a super POD because of its scale. Thousands of residents will be able to receive vaccines each day at the site. 4 other POD locations in the country will also be announced soon. One of those they just announced last night when I was driving home is where the Patriots play.
Yeah, Gillette Stadium.
Yeah,
I saw that on the news. So I actually knew about that because I went on my computer in my break time to catch up on news, and that's when I learned about that.
So, I mean, they're bragging about it. I guess they're all excited because they get to do this. I don't know, maybe it makes them look good, but I'm glad to see places rolling them out. They claim that they're going to start off with 300 people a day, and then they'll move their way up to 5,000 shots a day.
Wow.
This is an outdoor.
I hope we can get rid of this horrific pandemic. It's taken too many lives.
Yeah, and it seems to be getting worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Probably obvious reasons. Number 2. Anyone plan to go to Washington? Probably not.
Oh, no.
Probably not right now. But if you were.
You're brave if you are.
If you were, the Washington Monument tours canceled until after inauguration due to unrest at the Capitol.
Yeah, that was something else.
I'm sure everything in Washington right now is.
Can you believe that actually happened? We saw that in our lifetime.
I know.
Wow.
Tours of the iconic Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. have been suspended through at least January 24th following the deadly riot at the Capitol building, as well as continued threats coinciding with the upcoming presidential inauguration. In addition to stopping tours of the building, which just completed a 3-year-long renovation, the NPS said it will temporarily close public access to roadways, parking areas, and restrooms on the National Mall and memorial parks to protect public safety and park resources. This inauguration can't happen soon enough,
I know, it's been a long,
all these things are leaking out of things that still could happen. I think it's the 20th, right? So you're talking exactly 1 week from today, right?
Yes. Yes, it can't happen fast enough.
Number 3 news item to share with you is Disney World. Back to Disney again.
Oh, that's a nice picture.
Disney World is allowing guests to park hop again, but an expert says visiting more than one location could be risky. Disney World is allowing guests to park hop for the first time since March. Park hopping hours begin at 2 p.m. and end at closing time, and guests can travel between 4 parks via complimentary Disney World transportation. Guests with park hopper passes are only required to make a reservation at one of the 4 parks.
Oh.
Dr. Scott Weisenberg, of course, we have to have the negative space on everything, right?
What did he say?
An infectious disease expert told Inside that park hopping could increase guests' risk of contracting the virus.
I want to get rid of this virus. You think Disney does their research, but everybody wears a mask and social distance.
Blaine just found out today Yvette's wife passed away Friday from the virus. Wow.
Who did?
Blaine's Yvette's wife. So
really,
yeah,
oh.
it's extremely weird when it happens close to home. That's the thing. It's still, for the most part, our daughter got it.
Yeah, she had a mild case. She did lose her sense of smell and her taste, and
that was the closest it hit us. But it's it's rough when it's a little fictional up here out in the boonies in New Hampshire until you see someone that has it.
Well, I have coworkers that have it.
Right, that's right. You're seeing a lot more than I am.
My coworkers and residents had it. Not many residents. We've been very good, but I only had like maybe 4 residents, and we've had like 10 coworkers.
Number 4, Germany's new lockdown rules require travelers to present 2 negative tests. And I guess it's some, Darian, if you're out there, for you to pay attention to. On Monday, all of Germany's 16 federal states enacted tougher lockdown measures, including new travel and gathering restrictions. Now, anyone traveling to Germany from a high-risk area, which includes the U.S., of course, will be required to provide 2 negative tests before being allowed to move about the country.
Good, 2
Quarantine
negative.
period of 5 days is required between the 2 tests, even if the first test is negative.
Oh.
Travelers are also required to complete an online reservation. And this is, I think countries are just trying to make it as difficult as possible for travelers to come in, because most of these, you almost have to do 2 weeks worth of vacation time.
Yeah, you do.
Between all the quarantine and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Next news item. I guess that's a street in Germany, maybe. That picture. CDC, our friend, the CDC, is to require all international travelers to test negative before entering the U.S. Now, this is fresh off the presses. I think it just came out yesterday. So anyone, pay close attention if you have any out-of-country trips. So I know a lot of people did the Mexican stuff and stuff like that, or any other islands. All international travelers will soon be required to arrive in the United States with a negative test, according to new guidance from the U.S. Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, which was released yesterday. Under the new rules, travelers flying to America, would have to show proof of a negative viral test before boarding their flight. The test must be taken within 3 days of their scheduled departure, and passengers will have to show written documentation to the airline or not be allowed to fly.
Wow.
New rule will go into effect on January 26th. So you have about 12 days, 13 days to do your trip if you don't want to go through this. They did this up in Canada, and I was reading some real weird stories. Like there were people went back to their home islands or something, and there weren't a lot of tests accessible in the airport area. One woman had to drive 6 hours to get a test.
My word.
They would let her on the plane until she got it.
6 hours?
And I don't know, like, maybe they'll, like these Mexican resorts and stuff, they'll have places set up right there to get a test. I mean, that would be the way to do it. So you get a test while you're still vacationing. Okay. Yeah, I think Sherry, they talked about a little bit on Sherry. It was just breaking when Sherry did her live last night, I think. Okay. And they were talking about it.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, welcome in, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Danny just hit 1,000.
Oh, Danny, congratulations.
And he has his watchtower, so Woo-hoo! Danny will be the next one to climb the monetized mountain. Congratulations, Dan. And the rest of your crew out there in Oklahoma. I'm
going to step out to heat up my tea. I will be right back.
Hello, I miss Disney too. Sherry said. Yes, this news from CDC is definitely shaking up our travel plans. Yeah, I was trying to think if you had another trip plan out of the country. If you do, is it after the 26th? I guess, yeah. It is a bummer. Welcome in, Kathy. Thank you for joining us. There's a congrats for Dan. The hellos amongst the crowd. Okay, next one. I bet you thought only humans could get this virus, right? Well, I'm sure a lot of you heard stories about dogs and cats, but guess what? Several gorillas tested positive for virus at the California Zoo. First time in the world. 3 western lowland gorillas at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park have tested positive for coronavirus, the virus. The U.S. Department of Agriculture announced this afternoon, making them the world's first known great apes to contact the virus. The gorillas, who live in a group of 8, are expected to recover, says Executive Director of the San Diego Safari Park in California. Caretakers have decided to keep all 8 gorillas together and monitor them closely. You wonder if you'll start hearing something like that at the ones down in Disney World. I was just reading about the monkeys that got the virus, the gorillas, San Diego Zoo, which is one of the places on my.
I've been to the San Diego Zoo. I loved it.
Actually, I should mark that down. That's a good one for
quite a while.
Quite from my
a while ago
excursion.
I think I went in '87. San Diego Zoo.
Let's see.
And when I went there, it was their 70th anniversary, so I got a little pin from the zoo.
Well, that's
yeah, it was nice. So it was like a nice, cool little souvenir.
Nancy
I still have it.
Has a trip planned for February 19th. Okay, so that would be after that date. You know, the way to stay, Nancy, is, you know, that's the news today, right? 2 weeks, it could be totally different. It's amazing how quick they put these restrictions.
Oh, I know.
And change on people, and I don't know. Okay.
Now I got a nice warm cup of tea. He makes fun of how many times I heat it up in the microwave.
So that one cup of tea will be heated 4 times.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Okay. Number 7. We're back in California again. California urges residents to stay within 120 miles of home in new virus travel advisory. As a virus pandemic continues to wreak havoc across the country, California's climbing numbers mark one of the nation's most dire situations. In an attempt to curb the spread of the virus, California Department of Health issued a new travel advisory restricting the radius that residents should travel. Except in connection with essential travel, Californians should avoid non-essential travel to any part of California more than 120 miles from one's place of residence or to other states or countries. The decree stated. Additionally, non-essential travelers defined as those who travel ones who travel for tourism or recreation in nature.
Okay.
From other states and countries are strongly discouraged from entering California. So if you plan on a trip out to California, you might want to hold off. It's kind of weird. You know, where did you come up with this arbitrary 120 miles away?
I don't know.
You would think if you could catch it within 100, outside 120 miles now, you could catch it within or spread it. So that's interesting. Okay. Our next news item, this one made me laugh. Oops, I'm get behind my own pictures here. There's the gorilla.
Geez.
Hello,
he
Mr.
looks
Gorilla.
so sad.
Yes, he's got the virus.
Oh, I don't like to see animals
And that was California.
being sick or hurt.
Anyone know who that is?
I gotta put my glasses on.
I kind of chuckled at this new
I chuckled at this one. I don't know who that is.
That is Bruce Willis, told to leave pharmacy for refusing to wear a mask.
Bruce Willis.
Even the big ones, huh?
What you talking about, Willis? You're going to wear a mask.
Wrong, Willis.
I know.
Bruce Willis is coming under fire for not wearing a mask amid the virus pandemic. The actor was asked to leave a Los Angeles Rite Aid pharmacy. Bruce was walking around the aisles without a mask, prompting upset shoppers to report him to management. I wonder if they actually recognize him.
I know. I didn't recognize him. I mean,
hey, there's an old guy walking around the corridor.
I mean,
photos of the encounter have since gone viral, with celebrities calling out the star. CNN anchor Jake Tapper also addressed Bruce going mask-free by poking fun at the actor's least applauded film. Jake quipped, "And you thought Hudson Hawk was bad." That's not because did you ever see that movie?
No, I don't know.
It's a pretty bad movie.
About.
It's a movie that he starred in that was real bad. Has anyone ever seen that movie? It's pretty bad. I haven't seen it. I mean, that came out, God, how many years ago would that be?
Yeah, I like the movies he did, the older movies. I don't know. I don't think I've seen any recent movies that he's done.
Oh, I'm glad you pointed that out, Sherry. So Blaine, one of our moderators and in-house friends here, is only 75 away from his 1K.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good.
So if you don't know Blaine, if you want to throw your link up there for your site, then we'd all appreciate it if you'd go over and visit him.
Was it Different Strokes that said, "What you talking about, Willis"?
Might have been the one.
Different Strokes.
Oh, wait, maybe we got a few of these.
A famous line from Different Strokes.
Okay, wait a minute. I got to go back here. Okay, first here. Danny says, hey, everyone at school, so can't chat.
Oh.
Yeah, you could. Why don't you put this on for all the kids to see too, right? Get some wash hours up here. You're right, Raphael. John McCain does not need a mask. That's right. That's his character in Die Hard.
His name is John McCain.
Yeah. If you read any of the Die Hards, one of the best Christmas movies of all time. Die Hard 1.
I've seen them, but I don't remember movies. It was just so long ago.
Gaurav Chauhan. I hope I didn't butcher that. Thank you very much for joining us from India.
Wow. When you said John McCain, I'm thinking that was the former politician.
I don't think this is one and the same. Glorious life on wheels. I'm getting some work done on my van, so I thought I'd drop by. Well, thank you very much for popping in. We appreciate it.
Hello.
Awesome. I didn't realize I need to start checking more, but I don't. Laugh out loud. Thanks for so much. Blaine, probably have to surprise it be, you check it every couple days, and then when you're down to 25.
Oh, yeah.
Would they say a watched channel does not get subscribers or something like that?
A watched pot doesn't boil, but you can apply that to a channel.
Let's see, did he put his... Kathy says it seems like California has been locked down more than other states for quite a while, so I wonder why they continue to be so hard hit by the virus.
Mm.
I know, it is weird. It seems like everything, I mean, they're the only one that hasn't experimented with opening a theme park or anything, it's rough. It's really rough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Blaine has put up his link, so anyone who's not subscribed to Blaine, I'm sure you'd appreciate it very much if you'd pop over. Yeah, it's close enough, Raphael. John McClane. I thought it was McCain, too.
Okay, because I was like, John McClane.
I thought it was, too.
I'm like, why would they have the same name as a politician? So it's John McClane. Okay. Thank you for straightening that out for us.
Okay. So that's another warning for California. I know, we did Bruce Willis, right? Okay. Two last reports here. All right. First one.
So wait a minute. Where was that Rite Aid for Bruce Willis?
In Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
I think I read, yeah. Okay, I'm sure anyone that's been following cruising, I'm sure has heard this news, but sometimes we get people in here who don't follow as close, so I figured I'd throw it out here since it is probably the biggest news recently on cruising. More bad news for cruises. Some of the world's largest lines won't start sailing until May. Mm-hmm. There was more bad news yesterday for cruise fans hoping to return to the high seas. The cruise giant Royal Caribbean said it would delay its restart in most of the world by another 2 months. RCL said it wouldn't resume most operations until at least May. The only exception will be sailing. It's a handful of ships in Asia.
Asia.
Yeah, and those are only going to be open to local residents of the country.
Okay. Up
to yesterday, Royal Caribbean only had canceled sailings for the end of February. Royal Caribbean's smallest sister brand, Celebrity and Azamara, also pushed back their restarts until May. Royal Caribbean is the first of the world's 4 big lines to push its restart date all the way to May. Its 3 main rivals, Carnival Cruise Line, Norwegian Cruise Line and MSC have canceled voyages through the end of March, but we can assume these dates will be pushed back also. That's one thing that's been consistent, if anything, with the cruise industry through this. It seems like when one of them does something, shut down, delays, anything, the rest all follow suit. Yeah. So I don't know if it's talk behind closed doors or if they just realize, they're all on the same page or what.
Yeah.
So you can assume there'll be no cruising, what did I say, the end of May now?
End of May.
At least May. Okay, beginning of May right now. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Boy. Well, that's a beautiful picture there.
And this, I want to throw something that wasn't depressing in here. So this is, I'd love to take this cruise. Viking plans a 128-day world cruise across 28 countries in 2022. Wow. How's that do that, Nance? Huh?
Wow.
Do you want to make up on all the cruising you missed so far all at once? Los Angeles-based cruise company Viking recently announced its new world cruise slated for 2022, spanning 138 days in 28 countries and 58 ports with overnight stays in 11 cities. The world cruise will depart from Fort Lauderdale on December 22nd, 2022, on the Viking's newest ocean vessel, the Viking Neptune. Passengers will sail through Central America, the Panama Canal, and up the West Coast. Yeah. For those looking for a less lengthy itinerary, Viking will also offer its Viking World Journeys, a 121-day cruise. So it's not too much, I guess 2 weeks shorter. Where guests can join Viking Neptune in Los Angeles and cross the Pacific to Hawaii, Australia, and New Zealand before heading to ports in Asia and the Middle East.
Wow.
Ship will then sail through the Mediterranean and cap off the voyage in London. Boy, would that be a great one.
Wow.
All places we wouldn't mind seeing.
Yeah, it would be a trip of a lifetime.
And that would be great, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Viking, I think, is one of those cruises that are very on the high end. I'm familiar with them with the river cruises that they do. But
I'm wondering what the cost of that trip is.
I was looking at it because I thought someone would want to know that, and I could not find the cost for it. So maybe they haven't set the price yet.
Maybe not. Hey. Very cool, though.
Yeah, it is. Hiking Bones, wow, 138 days. It would be epic. I know one of you travelers out there should plan a group cruise for 138 days.
You really get sea legs, though, after that trip. Coming back on land, you wouldn't know how to walk after. Welcome
in, Najuma Brown.
Oh, hello.
We see her, I swear I see her on every live.
Oh,
talk about the ultimate and supporter.
Nice.
Okay, so that finishes the story. Now, if anyone, it's a good time for anyone that is a creator to put hashtag creator or supporter and just let other people know. I think most people in there are probably familiar with each other, but just let anyone that's new know that you are a creator and maybe they'll check out your channel. Hey, welcome in, Brian, NASCAR Fan 22.
Hey, Brian.
Thank you for dropping in.
Welcome in.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, we'd like to thank mods, by the way, too. There's quite a few of them in the house right now, so thank you very much for joining us and always keeping the chat clean.
Thank you, mods.
And one other thing before Nancy reads her thing, I'd like to ask if anyone has a chance, try and run. I'm trying to learn how to run the short thing, and I'm not having the greatest luck in the world. Try running the shorts and let me know if you have any luck with it. I'd appreciate that. Okay, so let us move on, Nance, to the most unusual places in the world. Let's see. Let's get rid of you. Let's bring you up.
Oh, that's an interesting picture.
Let's hope so.
All right.
Okay, so
number one.
You need your.
All right, so this is the first interesting place in the world. It's called Spotted Lake in British Columbia, Canada. In the summer, the water of the lake evaporates and small mineral pools are left behind, each one different in color to the next. That's really cool. That's very, very cool.
Okay, where is that? That's
in British Columbia, Canada.
Okay.
And it happens in the summertime. The second one, the Giants Causeway, Northern Ireland. 60 million years ago, a huge volcanic eruption spewed out a mass of molten basalt, which then solidified and contracted as it cooled, creating the cracks that can be seen today. There are an estimated 37,000 polygon columns at this World Heritage Site. That's interesting. You got that picture up already?
Yeah.
That's very weird. Very interesting. Northern Ireland.
It is okay.
Okay, Thor's Well, Oregon, USA. In a rough condition at Thor's Well in Oregon, also known as Spouting Horn, the surf rushes into the gaping sinkhole and then shoots upwards with great force. That's beautiful. That's Oregon, so that's right in the USA.
Yeah, this is the backdrop you see behind us.
So it's called Thor's Well.
Where is it located, Thor's Well?
Well, you just said it's in Oregon. Where in Oregon?
Yeah.
We'll have to Google that one.
That's really kind of cool, huh?
That is very beautiful.
Okay, hold on here. We have a Juana Kong just joined us. Thank you very much for popping in. Right now, we're going through some very unusual places in the world that you can actually visit. If you're looking for something different to do since you can't cruise or something like that, these might be stuff you would consider. Hold on 1 second, Nance.
Kathy Mills says, on such a long cruise, I wouldn't be able to collect all of my usual cheap souvenirs like shot glasses, magnets, and keychains.
Well, you'd be able to. The problem is you'd have a suitcase probably full of these things when you got home. That was Simply Jean from Canada.
Hi, Simply Jean.
That looks like a new name. Anyone new in here, please give a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to us, we'd love you to subscribe and hit the bell. And we do go back after each of these lives, and I check out everyone's site that popped in. So, Blaine, quick question for you. You're going live after this, correct? Okay, so we shall go on to the next one.
Okay, this one is in Australia.
Okay, go ahead. Wow, look at that. That's Australia?
Yeah, Lake Hillier, West. Well, this is number 5, right?
No, it's no. Oh, what the heck? Did I miss one there? Look at that.
Oh, you didn't match up the right
I don't know.
pictures?
This should be.
Well, we did Thor's Well. You know, we had that one right.
Wow. Somehow. Okay, so I don't have this. Somehow I missed the
picture.
Missed it, but this is Lake, or this is Pumacale, Turkey.
Oh, this is what this is. Okay.
And I think I remember reading up on this. That looks like snow, right? Snow
yeah, it does.
Water.
Yeah.
I think that's salt.
Well, I will read it if I can find it. I don't know which one it is. What is the...
Okay, Blaine, thanks. Yeah, once you're done here, if you follow, at the end of this, Blaine will throw his link up and you can follow him over to his live.
Oh, this is the lake? Okay.
Okay, so it's Turkey. So this is in Turkey.
Okay, that's in Turkey.
Yeah.
What is that called?
It's called Pumacale.
Okay.
Pumacale, something like that.
All right, well, you have a
That's
picture.
water, and I think that's salt.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, this is number 5, Lake Hillier,
so
Western Australia.
Maybe I just missed that one.
This remarkable lake was discovered in 1802 on the largest of the islands in Western Australia. The lake keeps its pink color year-round. That's pretty, which some scientists say it's down to highly salinity combined with the presence of a salt-loving algae species and pink bacteria. Wow, that's really weird, seeing a pink lake.
Yeah, it's funny how different colors can get from the different minerals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say anything about swimming in it, right?
Nope.
Look how close to the ocean it is.
I know. And all of a sudden you see this pink lake. It's called Lake Hillier in Western Australia. Oh, that's pretty too. Okay, this is in Iran. Badabar, Itzur,
So we are
in
covering the
Iran.
whole world here.
These
aren't we?
beautiful traveling terraces in northern Iran are an incredible natural phenomenon that developed over thousands of years. Travertine is a type of limestone formed from the calcium deposit in flowing water, and in this case, it's two hot springs with different mineral properties. Okay.
That was Iran.
Yeah. This one I've heard. This one's popular. Those ones I haven't heard of.
Has anyone, if you've been to these or know more about these, I'd be very curious to see if these are one of these. These are places to go that most people never go to. You know,
No, really.
it's just okay.
Number 7 is the Tianzi Mountains, China, found in the northwest of Hunan Province in China. These staggering limestone pinnacles are covered in lush greenery and often shrouded in mist. A cable car goes as far as Hugashi village, and from here there are plenty of trails to take in the breathtaking views of Tianzi. The mountains were the inspiration for the floating mountains in the blockbuster movie Avatar.
Yeah, well, when I look at that picture, right?
That is unbelievable.
You probably did. You watch the movie?
I fell asleep.
Oh.
I watched half of it.
Most movies, we've watched thousands of movies in this house. So I should say I've watched thousands of movies, and Nancy's watched a little less than 1,000 of half movies.
Yes.
We used to watch a lot of movies in bed, and now we try and
That's where I fall
try and
asleep.
watch in the porch so that she'll be more wide awake, because she always wants me to give the recap the next day of the movie.
And he won't.
Oh, that's her
I
punishment.
have a lot of movies to catch up on.
Yeah, it looks like Avatar Land, doesn't it?
That's really cool.
Whoops, did I hit the right one?
Is that the right picture? Because it looks like it is.
No, it is. It's just the Avatar. We haven't been there. It's been so long since we were huge Disney.
Oh, yeah.
We went every other year to Disney. Probably went down there 16, 17 times when the kids are growing up, every other year, and stayed for 2 weeks, 17 days.
Mm.
And then we get the bug to cruise.
Mhm.
So 5 years ago, we started cruising. So we have not been to Disney around 10 years now. Is that what it is?
It's going on 10. It was 2011, so yeah.
So we haven't seen the Avatar Land.
It was August of 2011 was the last time we went to Disney.
And if we can't get cruising this year, we're seriously thinking about taking a trip down to Disney in the fall.
Yeah.
Thank you, playing. Okay, the next one. Okay.
It's weird. The Nazca lines, Peru. The animal figures and geometric shapes etched by the ancient Nazca are one of South America's great mysteries, visible only from the air or from a metal viewing tower beside the highway. Some of the unexplained shapes are up to 200 millimeters in length, and each one is executed in a single continuous line. Oh, the wonders of the world, huh?
Interesting. But these are all over the world, though, aren't they?
Yeah. This is the Bermuda Triangle, North Atlantic Ocean.
How many of you believe there is actually
long shrouded in myth and mystery? The infamous 500,000 square miles and dubbed the Devil's Triangle is roughly the area between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico, although the U.S. Coast Guard disputes any such exist. Conspiracy theories thrive on stories about unusual magnetic readings in ships, planes, and people who have disappeared here without a trace.
Blaine says, I'm going to head out and get ready for live, but keep going. Love you guys and what y'all do. See you all. Yeah,
Bye,
we'll see you over at your live when we're done playing. Okay, so this is Bermuda. We've been to Bermuda several times.
Yeah.
One of our top islands.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
If you ever have a chance to take a cruise there's two advantages of Bermuda. Besides it being a clean, safe, gorgeous island, lot to do. Besides that, most cruises spend at least a couple nights there.
Yeah.
So it's an expensive island. So you use your cruise ship as your restaurant and your hotel.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to do it.
And Horseshoe Beach in Bermuda is absolutely gorgeous. We only went to Horseshoe Beach once, but it's a beautiful, beautiful beach with the pink sand. Gorgeous.
I'm working here, Bermuda Island only land. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, next one.
I don't know how many folks would go to this place. This is in it's Socotra Island in Yemen, and separated from mainland Africa more than 6 million years ago. The remote island looks like the set of a sci-fi film. Socotra's incredible and unique biodiversity means that there are plants and trees here not found anywhere else in the world. Wow.
Look at those weird trees, huh?
Yeah, that is really crazy. Oh my goodness, what? Wow, that's incredible. This is the hand in the desert Chile. Chilean sculptor Mario Izabal is responsible for this very weird work of art rising out of the sand in the middle of Chile's Atacama Desert. Holy moly. It's very, very cool.
Different, huh?
Yeah.
It's like the pythons, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Chocolate Hills of Bohol Island in the Philippines. Bohol is...
Now, we usually get a lot of people in here from the Philippines.
Yeah, 1,700 odd hills. Look at that. Okay, Bohol's 1,700 odd hills dot the middle of the island in the Philippines. They range in height, but are so regular in shape that they could be mistaken for being man-made. Yeah, they are the uplift of coral deposits and a result of rainwater erosion. The hills only earn their chocolate nickname in the dry season when the foliage goes from lush green to brown. Oh, okay. Yeah, they do look too perfectly made. What? That's interesting. The Red Beach, Panjin, China. Very cool and very weird. This beach is covered in a type of seaweed which turns bright red in autumn. 30 kilometers south of Paran, these tidal wetlands are an important nature reserve for migrating birds. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool. That's pretty.
See, Nancy, maybe you could redirect your vacation to one of these spots. Huh? Yeah, gorgeous, aren't they?
That is pretty.
Okay.
Speaking of pink, I want to go to that would be on that will come up on a bucket list that I want to see pink dolphins in the Amazon.
Yeah.
I have a book on the pink dolphins, and I would love to see pink dolphins.
That's one of our bucket list places.
Yeah. So this is Plain of Jars, Laos. Okay, shrouded in myth. Megalithic stone jars are scattered in groups from 1 to 100. A working theory is that the huge cylindrical jars were used in ancient funeral ceremonies. The local legend has it that the jars were used to brew rice wine to giants.
I guess a superstition, right?
Yeah. Oh, this is another one. We can visit this one. This is in the U.S., okay? Goblin Valley State Park, Utah, USA. No, this is not Mars, but an uninhabited valley 216 miles southeast of Salt Lake City in Utah. Soft sandstones has for many years been eroded by wind and water to form strange pinnacles that some think resemble goblins. I guess they do. The eerie landscape is only about a mile across and 2 miles long, and it's well worth exploring the mock trails to get up close to this bizarre formation. Hey.
From Mel is from Utah. I wonder if she's ever been to this place.
I wouldn't want to go here. This place looks just too cold to me. This is Whalebone Alley, Siberia. A stretch of the northern shore off the coast of Alaska has become a macabre tourist destination. Massive whale jawbones, ribs, and vertebrae stand horizontal in the ground, forming the eerie alleyway. It's generally agreed that the site dates back to the 14th or 15th century. But whether it was a sacred spot for native tribes to meet or simply a gathering place for mass slaughter, no one knows.
You know, you always think of Siberia as the bad spot they send people to. Never think of it as a tourist attraction.
Yeah. I've heard of this one. We can visit this one.
3 more.
I think your sister went to this place. This is Glass Beach, California, USA. This glittering sea glass beach in California is a remarkable side effect of years of rubbish being dumped on the beach. It wasn't until the 1960s that this was stopped, and by then the sea was full of everything from electrical appliances to bottles and cans. Over time, the waves broke everything down into colorful pebbles, and the beach became a major tourist attraction. Was now under threat because visitors are taking home the glass. Stop taking home the glass.
Isn't that funny? That was the same problem. Do you remember in Bermuda? they have a small glass beach there, which used to be secret, and then the word get out, and people were going down, and now they forbid it. They
Really?
ask before you get on the cruise ship if you have it, because people would take it home with them.
Jeez.
And it's basically trash, you know. Okay, next one is...
Ooh, the catacombs, Paris, France. This deeply creepy catacombs are a network of old quarry tunnels beneath Paris and the final resting place of around 6 million Parisians. Most are anonymous, skulls and bones taken from the city's overcrowded graveyards during the 18th and 19th century. It wasn't until the authorities realized its potential as a tourist attraction that the bones were arranged in the macabre display seen today. Oh my word, that's creepy.
Well, the weird thing with this
is really creepy.
I think we have 3 haunted videos out there, and one of them has this place that this is one of the top, I think it was haunted places in the world or something. You can see why, right?
Oh my word.
Definitely see why.
That is really creepy.
It is creepy. I don't know if I'd want to go for a tour.
No, I'm not. I'm going to pass on that one.
Last 2.
Okay, Fly, Geyser, Nevada, USA. The geyser is on the edge of Black Rock Desert in Nevada, created accidentally in 1964 after an energy company drilled down into geothermal waters. Today, a scalding fountain erupts up to 5 feet high, and the resulting mineral builds up means the cone is growing by several inches each year. Oh, that'd be something to see.
That's what Black Rock Desert. Okay, so
Black Rock Desert.
It's one of those at the National Park.
Yeah, that's why I want to go to the national park. Didn't say it was a national park, but
Red Rock. Friends of ours went to that.
Black
I'm trying
Rock
to think if it's
Desert
just a stop off or if it's actually a national park.
Don't know. Okay. Cat Island, Japan. A short ferry ride from Japan's east coast. Tashiroma has a population of 100 humans who are vastly outnumbered by their furry friends. Originally, the cats were wanted as the islands produce silk, and mice are a natural predator of silkworms. Okay, local fishermen regarded them as good luck, and the island even has a cat shrine along with the newly built cat-shaped cabins for tourists to stay in. It goes without saying that there are no dogs allowed. Okay. Very interesting.
It is very interesting. Okay, so those are our unusual spots. So we would like to just reiterate here before we let you go. If you have any questions or any things you'd like to see in the chat, please throw them up now. Just reiterate, we will be part of Dean from Live Place is running a collaborathon from January 18th through the 24th, and he's asking the creators who get involved, I think there's quite a few of them right now doing it, to put together a top 10 list of anything. It could be movies, songs, anything. We chose to do, since we have 2 lives that fall in this time frame, we chose to do a live on January 20th, which is our 2 o'clock chat. That will be our top 10, I guess you'd say, bucket list vacation excursions. Yeah. And then we have a live on the 24th, which we plan on doing our top 10 bucket list vacations. So
I'll have to agree with Kathy Mills. She said she would just like a few pieces of sea glass as a souvenir. And I've seen in some jewelry shops down the Cape that they made earrings out of sea glass because it is so pretty.
Well, you always end up somehow we find some in your pockets when we get back to the ship or something like that.
Yeah, it's too tempting not to take a couple of pieces.
Well, remember the one in Bermuda when they were telling the story of it, and it was a bottle factory, wasn't it? Liquor or some kind of bottles that they were doing, and they were just throwing the empties into the ocean. Oh. And that's basically what was ground for years and years and years and making sea glass. I don't remember that. So one man's trash, right? Another man's treasure.
Right.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Justin Christina's RV van life dropped in. Thank you for dropping by.
Yeah, the kitty cats are cute. I know. Aren't they cute? Imagine going to an island where you see all these cats.
Where do you get your T-shirts for sale? We do have these shirts basically are not for sale because our daughter put them together for a gift. I forget what holiday it was.
Our birthdays.
And we love them, but we deal through the Teespring now. We have several shirts up on Teespring, and we also have these mugs here, which are stuff like that. And the ones we have a bunch with our real frog on it. So if you're interested, just go up to our Teespring. The link is right on the front of our channel page, and take a look at the stuff up there and see if there's anything that piques your interest. Thanks for asking that, Nurse Nancy. Kitty cats are so pretty too. So let's see, what was I doing? So I guess that was it, right? So those are the ones coming up. I think he gave his link earlier, but Rayleigh's is doing a live show, Blaine Rayleigh. So, and it starts at 3:00. So we're going to end this so we can go over and visit our friend Blaine. So, like I said, if you can, check out and see if the shorts that I'm trying to figure out how to do are actually working up there. And I would really appreciate it if you could send me an email. Our email's on the front or of our channel, or make a comment under these shorts and tell us that you could actually see it as a short was meant to be seen.
And Kathy says she loves the site in Oregon behind us. Might actually be able to see that one, or the state park in Utah or Bermuda, but the others might be out of reach. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, but
there's a couple that were here, but
at least a few we'd probably be able to visit.
That's right.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us. And we hope you enjoyed all the unusual and beautiful places around the world.
And remember, our next live will be next Wednesday. We don't have one this week because Nancy works on this Sunday, but next Wednesday will be our top 10 excursions to share with you. And hopefully you'll give us some input back.
And thank you all for joining us. And remember, stay young and have fun. Bye.